Alright, I'm starting this video hopefully the audio is balanced well enough. I turned my game down a lot and the music down a lot, and the mic volume up a bit, so hopefully the mic's loud enough and the game's just loud enough. Actually, let me turn it up a side because I can't hear the footsteps. Okay, just a little bit. Anyway, so of course we got the BL1 main menu, multiplayer music, because why not? And it was an EM2 just to use it, do something just for the video. But long story short, I think the more I find out about Street Fighter 6, the more I think I'm gonna be playing that a fair amount. I think Diablo 4 is my main game. However, SF6 definitely is not gonna be far behind.
Marking waypoint coordinates.
In fact, I am in the middle of trying to look up how to actually play Street Fighter. So I got Street Fighter 5 downloaded. I'm gonna try and mess with it here and there on the side. I don't know if I'll stream it, but I'll play it on the side with friends, I suppose. But yeah, I'm actually looking really forward to the mechanics of Street Fighter 6, looking positive toward like my grapplers, right? Because I love my grappler characters.
Team facility entrance should be just ahead.
You know, Commando Kano, Brawler Cassie, Coremaster Sub, Goro in general, Ferritor in general, Aaron in general, Jason obviously. For 11 we got the only real grapplers we have for 11 are fucking Terminator and Goldel. That's pretty much it. Unless you want to argue Kano as well and Nightwolf, but I don't know. Point being, we're having pretty good selections here because what was that? Mano, Zangief, and Lily are the three that I think are more interesting. Just based on the little bit I've been able to find from about those three, Mano has like her normals and her buttons are like vacuuming effects, so they'll bring the opponent in and force him to hold either the command grab or strike. So they gotta hold either the strike go, right? And Zangief, it looks like he's is switching around a little bit, so he's primarily sure. I never readjust my sitting position. Zangief's look like he's gonna be playing like neutral with command grabs just be like chairs on top of it instead of the traditional just spam command grab and win. Which I'm fine either way. The nice thing though, and then Lily is a bit of a more neutral focused, where she has a really long range with her clubs, but she has command grab. So that's that. If you have a command grab, you're interesting, in my opinion. If you don't have a command grab, you're less interesting, but I'll still experiment, right? I still look up tech and whatever and try it, but grapplers are my main thing. So
setting rally point.
Yeah, as far as like Mano, Zangief, and Lily are the three that are interesting. So like, I just, and the thing that seals the deal for me is that the way Street Fighter 6 is playing out, the corner is going to be a nightmare. So if any of their grabs have a lot of corner carry and they can put them in the corner faster, put the opponent in the corner faster, oh, that's gonna be a death sentence. And on top of that, I can't aim to save my life.
Setting rally point.
This thing does really good headshot damage. I mean, I know we're on like round 3 or whatever, but still, this is pretty good damage.
Move on my waypoint.
Anyway, the big thing is going to be the was it drive mechanic, drive rush. There's a like basically like I think a half screen dash that you can do a safe low or safe overhit out of. So like half screen, just dash in and do safe mix. But the kicker is you're using a lot of resources to do that, which is fine. But like I don't know, like I'm really looking forward and like the damage they all do, right? So we watched a Ruffelmonger video. So for those of you who know who around the FGC, you know who Ruffelmonger is. Ruffelmonger, I can't say his name, sorry. But I listened to the video actually, obviously, and so he was talking about like how he played Street Fighter 6 earlier. He was talking about like the grappler stuff primarily and some of the stuff he saw, and I'm like, dude, I want these grapplers in my games now because Zangief does 25% off a fast light grab, not even the slow heavy one. Fast light one, just quarter your health. Come on. Like, I want this. And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter how good or bad Mano, Lily, and Zangief are gonna be. They're gonna get like the most criticism and trash talk
It's never.
and like hate mail out of everyone in the game. It doesn't matter. Aside from like maybe Guile, because it has a big, hardcore, Sonic boom, zoner
Your
guy.
anger achieved nothing.
Aside from
Mine,
him, like,
however.
they're gonna get it hard. Doesn't matter how good or bad they really are. It's just because people hate grapplers or zoners. Those are two most hated fighting game archetypes.
Tagging Tomahawk.
Because like on the receiving end of it, right? You don't want to be spammed out, zoned out the whole game and like have to work your way in. Like that's boring. It's like, come fight me, right? Most people's reaction is that they don't have patience. They don't know how to work their way in.
Setting rally
Then for
point.
grappler side of it, people receiving it, like, man, it's so brain dead. All you do is command grab. All you do is grab. All you do is grab. It's like, yeah, because it's my most damaging thing. He's like, man, I did all this work for this damage. It's like, yeah, and all I had to do was a command grab. I flip you around like a ragdoll and you're dead. Like, I love that. So there's my grapplers. Anyway, point being, I'm looking really forward to Street Fighter 6. And as far as Diablo 4 is concerned, the more I see from the endgame discussion and what they're talking about doing, especially for those of you who are not following my Twitch, twitch.tv/TJTheBlindGamer, I'll be streaming Diablo 4 on May 12th to the 14th, hopefully, because they have open beta next weekend, which is going to be awesome.
Move on
I
my
loved
waypoint.
playing Diablo 4 the first time. I'm excited to try it again.
Marking waypoint coordinates.
I really love the way the image assist works, because you could just headshot. And miss a lot. Look, armor.
Kill. Go get that stim shot.
There we go, that's the last mag. Let's go grab the P5.
Effective against the
My
weaker
blueprint
ones.
on it. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah, no, Diablo 4 is looking really positive as well. Really seems like the end game is very valuable. Higher on boards are valuable. Like it, at initial glance, of course, it's an ARPG, so it's gonna have a major amount of depth. Unlike Diablo 3, but the way the game is panning out, it looks like it's not gonna be so casual friendly as I thought it would be.
Destination marked.
Which for me is a good thing, because I'm honestly kind of tired of games in general being simplified.
Confirming kill.
Like, it's not to say games don't have depth anymore, but it really feels
heard
like
the skull
in recent
go
years, a lot of games are pushing for more simplicity, which is not an inherent problem. It's just I kind of eventually it gets to the point where I'm like, hey, there's like nothing else.
I smile at your corpse's highlight. Can you not see that death is your only destiny? Throwing frag.
Okay, let's see if I can find Jug. There's stamina up. I guess I could buy another MP5 real quick for the extra ammo.
What it lacks in power, it makes up for in fire rate.
grab that. Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked because I'm always playing, well, it's in a live comms, right? But yeah, like at the end of the day, like Street Fighter 6 and Diablo 4 look like they're going to both be holding my attention for a while. Diablo 4 mainly, then Street Fighter on the side probably. Just because, you know, they look like they have both equal amounts of depth, and I'm trying to...
There was no...
Thank God for Tier 5 melee and jug. God. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know what else to say because I've already said my piece, and I think they're both good enough games, and I'm going to be enjoying them for a while. It's just a matter of like seeing what the games actually look like, you know, actually playing them and feeling them out. Like I'm looking forward to having something else to play besides, you know, a 3-year-old COD and MK11 that I honestly don't like anymore. And you know, MKX is nice to learn how to play and play and all that, but yeah. But like, it's nice to go back and learn these games, but at the same time, like, no one's playing them, so it's kind of hard for me to keep playing when there's no one.
I stand my ground.
I'm dead. Anyway, point being, it's I don't know, I'm looking forward to actually having new games to play, because I guess I'm just tired of MK11's casual friendly, scrub friendly crap. I'm kinda, I mean, I'll probably still play Cold War because I still just like Cold War. But like Diablo 3, I'm kinda don't care anymore about trying to play that game because again, it's just the same every season. Like, there's no real difference. And I just don't care. And like outside of like COD and you know, fighting games in Diablo, like I've got nothing else because like I didn't care to finish Ragnarok even though it was not accessible all the way. I just didn't care to finish the game. I don't like single player. And then Last of Us, I never cared ever, never probably will. But like I look at Jedi Survivor and that has some accessibility. So I'm like maybe oh maybe I'll play that, but it's like it's not enough to actually play it all the way. So I'm like I mean I don't know because I love Star Wars, but again I haven't really been big on Star Wars since Disney bought it. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm looking forward to Diablo and Street Fighter, and that's primarily it. Like MK12, I'm hesitant and optimistic, but considering MK11 sold the most out of any MK, my concern is that they're going to run with it and be like, oh, casual, 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 casual. So then there's no real depth anymore, right? Because, you know, when you have too much depth, people don't want to learn that. And let's be honest, like 95% of fighting game people just play against the bots on towers or story mode, right? Like the 5% that actually take it seriously and play a little more hardcore, like myself, we are the major minority, right? And so, sorry about that. And so the idea is, you know, keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. But then you have no real depth to the gameplay. I don't feel a difference in fighting like a Raiden, like a KL low rank Raiden player than a high rank player. There's not a difference. But then you go to X where there's more depth, more tech, more character knowledge checks, skill checks if you can't run cancel, and that just has infinitely more depth to me. More fun, more playability. Not even mentioning the strategy behind bar mechanics and understanding how that works. And same with MK9 and Injustice 2. Injustice 2 had a similar idea as well. Like, all three of those games, I think, are better than 11. Just straight up. And then as far as, like, other fighting games go, like, my biggest problem with not branching out with other fighting games is that no one's playing them. At least enough for me to want to stick around and learn it more. If that makes sense. Like, I had fun when I was playing Guilty Gear on stream. I had fun playing that. But I didn't care to keep going because I wasn't fighting any. I didn't have any friends to spar with. I didn't have, none of that. Same with trying to learn Street Fighter 5. I'm like, I got no one to fucking really play with. And same with King of Fighters. King of Fighters, I'm like, dude, there's like 40 something characters. I don't know all these characters' voices off the top of my head because they're all speaking Japanese. I don't speak Japanese. One and two, a lot of their voices sound so similar. It's not even funny. So I'm like, I don't know who's saying what or who's who. I don't know anything. And then, Grand Blue, Blaze, whatever the other one's called. That one actually sounds like it'd be fun, but again, no one's playing. That's the problem I have, or the dilemma, is that MK11, unfortunately, still can get matches and find games quicker than other games. Mostly because it's the new one, and it's like, oh, it sold the most. Not for the actual fundamentals and gameplay mechanics. And it's honestly infuriating because I go back and I do stream, of course. We all know this, right? And yes, I'll get bodied like crazy in X, but I'm still enjoying my time playing X when I get bodied. When I get bodied at 11, I just get bored, right? Because I know, like, I have to wait for my bar to come back because I'm just gonna stop because I'm gonna rant about 11 for another 20 minutes. The point is, Street Fighter 6 and Diablo 4 both look amazing, and I can't wait to try them both. June 2nd for Street Fighter 6 and June 6th for Diablo 4. I am so hyped. We got about a month away, maybe 32 days. Not including, as far as, outside of games, we got Guardians 3 on Friday, I think. Dude, I'm so hyped for Guardians 3. It's not even funny. I loved Guardians 1 and 2. My girlfriend actually talked about maybe going to see Guardians with me, so that's another bonus. I got the Marvels coming out soon, too, which I'm actually looking forward to a lot. Quantumania was kind of meh. It wasn't the worst MCU movie by a long shot. I don't think any MCU movie is truly a terrible, terrible movie. It's just that compared to the highs they've had, the lows are definitely oh, that's kind of sketchy. But as far as Quantumania and recent stuff, I liked it. It was fine. It wasn't the best movie. I think out of the three, I think I still prefer the first Ant-Man the most. I think I'd have to rewatch 1 and 2 and really think about it, but I liked. I had fun with it. Majors stole the show, was king, so there's that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to stuff outside of the game, outside of Diablo and Street Fighter. It's the Marvels and Guardians 3 are my two main things. Apparently, the Flash is getting a lot of good buzz, so I'm like, do I try it? But I also kind of don't want to support it because of the Ezra Miller situation. I don't know, man. I kind of want to see it just for that, just because of apparently Batfleck coming back and Keaton. So I'm like, I'm okay with this, but at the same time, it's also Ezra Miller. From what I remember from Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League, the long 4 hour, unnecessarily 4 hour long one, he was a good Flash. He was fun, but but it just there's too much bad PR around DC at this point, honestly. But I'm rambling. But the point is, hopefully we'll see a lot of Diablo 4 and Street Fighter on my channels, either Twitch or YouTube. I've been trying to switch back to YouTube, right? Trying to stream it, and it's I'm not getting as much buzz as I hoped. So I think, my Twitch is still working, so I think I'll just keep doing that. Primarily do Twitch, but occasionally just pull a YouTube stream out of my butt, pretty much. Or, shorts and videos, and just keep that going. Because shorts and videos are both working. Shorts especially. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the commentary, talking, just chilling with the AM2 and killing a couple zombies. So, thanks again for watching.